Don't take the bait. Don't give them a response or supply. Today we had a clinic visit, sinus and chest CT scan for my daughter. And there's been, since the past visit, medical visit that is, an increase in hostility and trying to interfere with the ability of the children to see their father, me. This is my open, I guess you could say, dissection of what it actually looks like. There's a lot of people that talk about it, but you rarely ever get to see it in action. All of this stuff is public record and it is always submitted to the court. So we have a visit. It was scheduled originally for like 2:30 p.m. late in the day, and their mom moved it to 5 p.m. You see that right by this time, 5 p.m. has been set for a long time. All right, so now today I say, hey, in this message and talking parents, I can go pick up my kids and I can let them leave with you afterwards. There's no issue. Just don't bring this guy around. I hope you don't do that, because all of this cursing, being hostile, speaking ill of me in front of the children, that's what the mother does. And some of you will be like, oh no, she's taking the class, she shouldn't do that. Like, if you say that, you're a fool. That's like saying, oh no, you know the speed limit, you should never go 1 mile over. People are going to do what they want to do, regardless of what is good for them. People shovel fried butter sticks into their mouth, and they know that is a pretty bad idea. I don't care what it tastes like. Nonetheless, I sit down the truth. Bam, I say, here's an option. I know she's going to reject it. And here's the truth. The response here. Oh, it's my parenting time. Deflection. First of all of the visits have been on Tuesdays for the most part. Tuesdays are some type of weekday in which she considers it her day. And she's even tried to schedule things on my day. The reason I say that is we don't have any order in force with the court as of yet, which I would love to have. But it's also by, I believe, her strategy to do that. That way she has the ability to move as she pleases without anything enforceable. Nonetheless, here's a lie. As during my parenting time, I will take her with me after work. Okay, you can meet us there. You're granting me permission to meet my child in the hospital. No, this is a phrasing, and these things are techniques and tools used by the enemy to get you to respond. And the reason I say the enemy is we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. You got to understand that some people, we give them too much credit for being that so sophisticated and so manipulative and smart. They are under influence of something else. So then we have, there's no need or request for you to pick up the kids. There's never been a request. Like, once again, this deflection, don't get caught fighting over here when you're supposed to stay here. What was my initial statement? Hey, I can go pick up the kids. Don't do this. You can either say, okay, or no, I can get the kids myself. I don't want you there. Just be honest. But they're not going to do that. Deflection, though, there's no need. Also, this is not a clinic visit. It's a quick CT scan. You're coming for an outpatient, quick clinic visit, whatever. Don't get caught in fighting that. If you're a rookie or an amateur, you'd probably try to respond to all of this. Waste of time. Hey, and I'm putting this in the record because these end up getting submitted to the court. Hey, I've taken Aviana to her clinic visits from the beginning. This is back in 2020. It's always been me and my daughter. I took her to every single visit except for 5 in the last quarter of the year when their mom decided she finally wanted to go to them. Nonetheless, put the truth there. Just put the truth on the table and walk away. Hey, I've been taking care of her the previous months as well, all the visits. You don't have any parenting time ordered. I'm going to smack that down. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue which comes against me in judgment I shall condemn. You have to have that authority and that word, that sword with you as well. It's like, that's not true. Like, you ain't got no parenting time. We never agreed to that. Right now, this is just a delay and a wait until we finally get an order removing that bullying, really, and that unilateral grab of time. Because the goal was and is to keep the children away as much as possible, to try to hurt me. Think about it for you. They try to hurt you, and then also try to persuade the children to loving them more. It's really sad and sick. To have a healthy person, you got to love both sides of yourself. You got to forgive your parents when you grow up. So if you hate one side and you hate just your dad or your mom, regardless of what they did or didn't do, you got to grow out of that, or you will have a portion of you that hates yourself. Nonetheless, after you were questioned, it's just me bringing it to light again. Hey, the judge questioned you as well as I on the cross-examiner. Who took our daughter to the visits? Oh, you were there. The judge says, no. I didn't ask who was there. Did he take her? Yes. There you go. Say, hey, I know you will heal one day. We've already prayed for you. I've already seen God working. I know at some point she's going to get deliverance. But right now, man, she's heaping a whole lot of shame on herself, and I hope she can heal from that. But I truly mean, hey, may God bless you with a sound mind and lifted veil. I'm not cursing at her. I'm not talking down to her. I'm speaking a promise. I'm speaking things that are not as though they were over her. God's going to bless you with a sound mind, and he's going to lift that veil that allows you to operate with such shame and foolishness right now. I'm confused at the response. Both of us and Michael, first of all, this guy is not the uncle. He is no blood relation. He's her sister's husband. And when I say that, I have the screenshots and the records to prove that his wife doesn't believe in monogamy. And once she got caught in adultery, said, you know what, we're in an open relationship now. And he just goes, okay. That's the side of her family that has dove deep into all the shamanism, witchcraft. What was the other one she did? Some voodoo. Just super, super dark stuff. And he's just, unfortunately, one of those guys who didn't have a spine and just went along with whatever his partner said. And he's turned into a different version of himself as well. But anyway, she's throwing that name out there likely because she's starting to try to use him and bring him back in the mix a little more. Let's see here. Once again, a deflection, trying to get you to go off on this tangent and arguing all these little things. Like I said, I'm taking the kids. Since they are with me, what does that mean? And it's my parenting time. No such thing. And you've given no notice. No such thing. We've had this appointment on the books for a while. It's 2:18 p.m. She's still at work at 3. And then we have, there's been no discussion for clinic visit of today prior to today. That's what she kind of tells on herself. Once again, I told you she was changing times, and this isn't the first time she's done that. Scheduling things on her own, changing times on her own, and the hospital at times will let me know, hey, by the way, this has just been changed. And I just respond with the word now. No more going back and forth. Everything that's hidden, that's in secret, will be revealed. Here's another deflection, trying to get me to respond because this person has whatever inside of them that does not have full control over their own emotions. This is not giving me a rise. It's not making me upset. CT complete. It was a 5-minute visit. Look at the time, 4:43 p.m. And then there's a picture here. Okay. So if it was a 5-minute visit, before I even go to the 5-minute visit, why were you there earlier? We see 4:43. So this allows me to presume or have a hypothesis. Okay, she's trying to make it look like it was a short visit and she got there around 4:43, 4:40, since it said be there by 4:45. However, she does not know that I've already been to the hospital and I already went down there, got the record that said, hey, they checked in at 4:01 p.m. The people there said, yep, they've already come and gone. I haven't responded to her. This individual is trying to get a rise and a response, and they try to poke, and they'll even hit if they can. And as soon as you push back and say enough is enough, they want the cameras on, they want everybody to look and say, see, look at them. I told you they were so awful. This is a pattern, and it's not only here, but it's spiritual. You gotta follow the patterns. It is very, very spiritual. This isn't just the narcissist. This isn't just borderline personality. This isn't just anxiety, depression. This isn't just one title. You're dealing with a pattern of how things work and manifest in people spiritually and then come out physically. Keep that in mind. Once again, if the visit was 5 minutes and maybe, she's being not literal, whatever, keep on trying to defend her if you want to, some of you that want to live in that delusional state and play devil's advocate as you will. If it was only a 5-minute visit and you got there at 4:01 p.m., checked in, she didn't say about, it was a 5-minute visit. So that puts us at 4:06. Let's say it even took 10 minutes longer than that. That still puts us at 4:16. Why is the notification of the visit with my daughter, this is her, I'm not going to show the picture, her inside of the scan, the CT scanner, at 4:43 p.m. Why is that? This individual wanted to get there and leave before my daughter could see me, before we could have any time to say, hey, before my daughter could say, you know what, I want my dad to go in with me instead. What she's done and makes her mom mad. The more that this individual tries to separate, they don't realize that it's bringing us together. So don't take the bait. Do not give them a response. Keep your responses to as minimal words as possible. Do not engage in conversation. Do not be hopeful and say, you know what, I think today's the day. I'm just going to talk to them and win them. Stop. Respond to him. Do not react to them. Don't take the bait. And then also document. I will come back and share another portion of my story as it continues to unfold. But I hope that you have some type of encouragement as well as reinforcement as to what to do and what not to do. Don't take the bait. Don't argue. Imagine that you're no longer dealing with that person which you thought you knew, and they've passed away and some other conglomerate has checked in and they're responding for them. When you start to fight that way and fight on your knees, you'll notice the patterns. See you when I see you.